You're listening to the Impact Implosion on the Angry Marks Podcast Network.
Welcome to the Thursday edition of the Impact Implosion. As always, my name is Seth Draken, and on the other end is Mike Poland.
I'm back. How's everyone doing?
This week's episode is going to be called Two Impacts and a Pay-Per-View.
Yay.
Yeah, because we were not around last week, and most of us actually forgot there was a pay-per-view. We apologize for that.
TNA's good at that for some reason.
True. They are like ninjas with these pay-per-views.
It's because they don't really hype them until the week before.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, by the way, we have a pay-per-view coming up.
Oh, yeah. Hey, yeah, we got a pay-per-view. Oh, yeah, let's go back to the match.
The WWE has the foresight to hype them for 2 weeks.
Well, TNA did kind of try to hype this one up with some of the matches.
Yeah. We'll get into that in a little bit, though.
Yeah, but first we had some news from before this Impact Wrestling even came out. For the first one, Eric Young signed a new contract.
And we'll be back when his leg heals.
Yeah, probably. Whenever. Anyways, we start off the show with Bobby Roode making his way down to the ring with Bad Influence, who are wearing some Zubaz pants.
Ugh, good lord.
I kid you not, they are wearing pink and white Zubaz pants.
I don't think I caught much of this Impact, so.
It's pretty awesome, by the way. Just looking at them try to be cool with these Zubaz pants. Anyways, Kazarian...
Are you serious? Really? Duct tape?
Yeah.
Yes, Dave, we are serious.
Yep. Our main event tonight's going to be Bad Influence and Rude against Jeff Hardy, AJ, and Storm, not Aries. Why the heck would I talk about him?
Don't know.
Anyways, Kazarian tells the crowd that he calls chodes to listen up and then says that you might as well call tonight Throwback Thursday. Because the best part of the most dominant faction in the history of TNA Fortune is in the ring right now. Kazarian then holds up the Fortune sign, and the fans chant, "You suck."
They sounded like they were cheering a little bit.
Yeah. Kaz says that is in the past, and they're concerned about the future. And the future for them is something that none of the fans in attendance have ever experienced. Victory.
Yay, insults.
Rude says everyone in the world, every day, people make guarantees. From time to time, he's even made guarantees. But the difference between everyone else and him is that when he makes a guarantee, it becomes a reality. He says that the reality is in 3 days, he will once again be the World Heavyweight Champion. And that he made an important investment into the World Championship match. And Jeff Hardy will find out that it does pay to be rude.
Yeah.
Danielson grabs the mic. He says one more guarantee they can make is that Sunday the fans will see on last match between he and Styles, and the winner will forever be known as the better man, while the loser will be known as AJ Styles.
Sing.
Yeah. Daniel says he has one more thing he wants to say face-to-face to AJ, so he calls AJ out to the ring. AJ stupidly actually comes to the ring alone.
Why would you do that?
I don't know.
There's 2 other guys there.
He says Daniels has been jealous of him since day one, but it's not because he was spoon-fed everything in TNA. It's because he earned everything he received in TNA. AJ says that just who Daniels is, a jealous individual, and he always has been and always will be. He says that though through all the lies and deception, even on AJ's worst day and Daniels' best day, he still can't beat AJ. Daniels says the fact that every time he called AJ a loser, deep down, he knew it was true. Daniels then says that all the losses AJ has suffered over the last year, like losing the opportunity to challenge for the world title for a full year, is not just because of the evil Christopher Daniels and Kazarian, or the Mafia, or global warming, or Obamacare. It's because AJ is simply a loser. AJ's worst nightmare is finding out that Daniels is better than AJ, and that becomes a reality this Sunday. AJ says the reality is that Daniels talks too much, and then AJ jumps him.
And gets beat up.
Yeah, until Jeff Hardy and Storm make the save.
A little note to faces, when you go in there 3 against 1, you're going to get beat up eventually.
Yeah, just don't go in the ring, be on the outside, and don't jump one of the guys.
Wrestling 101.
Not stand there.
Wrestling, unless they're stupid. Unless they're stupid.
Or unless the third guy deserved it.
And I don't think Rune Kazarian come off as stupid to me.
Yeah. In the back, Aries says the whole thing started out, it wasn't about Brooke or Bully Ray, it was about Hulk Hogan and getting revenge on him for setting Aries up to fail and lose his world title. Aries says the plan was to get back the X Division title and use it as his ticket to get back the world title. That plan was going great until Bully Ray came down to defend Brooke's honor and cost him that match. Aries says now it's personal, and he wants Bully Ray at Buddy Ray at the pay-per-view. Yeah, I'm calling him Buddy Ray. What to it? And if Hogan knows what's good for him, he'll make the match because he knows what buttons to push. And he will push them until he gets what he wants. We then have our first match, which is a TV title match, Samoa Joe defending against Devon.
Devon wins.
Yes, thanks to some hussies. And
where'd they find these girls?
I don't know. Same place the NWO 2000 found their girls.
Yes, whatever their names were.
Them. The NWO 2000.
April Hunter and the other one.
April Hunter, Shakira, Tylene Buck, and Medeja.
Oh yes, April Hunter, Major Guns, and Medeja. And Shakira.
Yeah, Shakira too. Kim Canner. But, yeah.
Why do I remember that?
Why do I remember it?
No, I said, why do I remember that? I don't know either.
Yeah. Anyways, Brooke is talking to somebody about the contract being finally signed, and whoever is talking to her on she's calling her girl and stuff, is on her way to the Impact Zone.
And we know exactly who that is, but
that will be later. In the back, Al Snow is talking to D'Lo Brown. Snow says he got Mickey'd, and he doesn't remember what happened last week because he woke up in a hospital with no phone, no wallet, and no memory.
Okay then.
Snow then thanks Brown for taking his spot last week.
His spot?
Yeah, on the judges.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Mickie James comes to the ring, rocking out in the dress she's wearing. Then Mickie says she can't tell the fans how good it feels to be back as a welcome back chant starts. She thanks the fans for all their support, and she calls for all their support to what she calls the most humbling time of her life.
What happened? Why was she gone for so long?
Injured. Yeah.
Okay.
Says that when she sat at home recovering, she thought about her career and what she wanted, and she wasn't satisfied. I can't get no satisfaction.
A Pink Floyd reference.
No, that was actually Rolling Stones.
Either way. No, yeah.
Mickie says she starts that this Sunday by getting back the Knockouts title. Of course, Tara comes out with Jesse and their horrible new music, by the way.
Dear God, I heard that tonight. Ugh.
Yeah.
Sounds like they're knocking off Robbie E's music for these two.
Yeah. Tara mocks Mickie and says that Mickie is like a sad movie and she's breaking her heart.
How dare you mock this buxom wench?
Thank you, Regal.
Mickey says she can't hear Tara over all the people booing her. And Tara says she had an amazing year while Mickey has had a tough year. Tara talks about dumping Tessmacher and then starting to date Jesse and then getting back the Knockouts title. And then Velvet Sky's music hits.
Yes.
And Velvet Sky, Lord have mercy, she has so much makeup on now.
And she looks like she's a dominatrix now.
No, that was this week's Impact. She didn't look like that for last week. She had the dress on and all that, but she seemed to have raided the makeup drawer.
Yeah, a little too much there.
Yeah, a little too much.
She looks good without the makeup. And that's the weird part.
Yep. Velvet takes the fans and says she's missed them so much. She thanks Brooke Hogan for taking care of everything to get her back in the TNA, and Velvet wishes both Mickey and Tara luck this Sunday, but she's letting them both know that 2013 will be her year, and that if you don't know, now you know.
Thanks, Christian.
Yeah. Yeah, like, ripping off Christian Cage. Okay. In the back, Robbie E is getting pissed at his iPad because he doesn't know how to work it, and Robbie E helps him.
It's an iPad Touch. Just touch the screen.
Yeah, that's what he does. And it's for it's like a cheap plug for Direct Auto and stuff, so he could pay online.
Oh, God.
And Robbie's like, give me that. And he does all the touching and stuff. He's like, there. Yes.
Robbie E, you idiot.
Robbie T. And Robbie E's like, I didn't know it was a touch screen.
God.
And walks away pissed as Robbie T just shakes his head.
Why am I still hanging out with this goof? Are they still paying me here? I don't know.
Promo run saying, a reckoning is at hand. Their road to hell will be paved in their own blood. 1-3-13.
Spoilers, it's probably Sting.
Yeah. Freaking
Sting return numero 75.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, TNA, you kind of did this last year shit. And when it was Sting, we all groaned. You do remember that.
No, they don't. Or else they wouldn't be doing it again.
But, of course, January 3rd is going to be the first show of the new year.
Good for them.
Then we had a non-title match with the Robbies versus Dos Stereotypicals.
Jeez, I wonder who won.
Yeah. Chavo won with a frog splash. 1, 2, 3.
Next.
Joey Ryan walks out after the match and says to the champs have 3 days until he and Morgan wins the belt, and he keeps telling them, look at me! Look at me! Look at me! And sure enough, there's a reason he's doing that, because Morgan's right behind them and beats the crap out of him.
Yes, anyway.
Yeah, look at me! Look, a distraction!
Make the champions look like idiots.
And then Ryan picks up one of the belts and says that when you deal with Big Morgan and the Big Organ, size matters.
Dear God, Morgan.
I thought this was supposed to be a family show.
Thank you, Vince. This was supposed to be.
More friggin' innuendos.
I don't even think I want... It gets worse this next week, trust me, with freaking Ryan.
Ugh.
In the back, the girls from earlier are dancing for the Aces and Eights as they celebrate Devon's title win. And Devon says
entertainment
to throw a dart, but BP says there's no need because they already have a target, and he pulls out an envelope that has a wad of cash, and he says, money talks, bullshit walks. And yes, he cussed.
Not a family show, Vince.
Yep, not a family show. Footage of last week's gut check is shown. Angle congratulates Wes Briscoe backstage, and Wes thanks Kurt for helping him. Angle then says he has Doc tonight, and Briscoe and Bischoff say they'll have Kurt's back.
Well, of course they will.
Then we had Chavo is mad, and he says that if Morgan and Ryan are trying to get their attention, they have it. And this Sunday, they won't jump them from behind. They'll knock them down and step on their face. And then Kurt Angle's music hits, cutting off Chavo Guerrero while he's in mid-speech.
Thank goodness.
Seriously, production truck botches again.
I will knock you down. I will step on your face. And cue Kurt Angle's music.
Yep. Anyways, we had Doc versus Kurt Angle. Angle won by DQ because the Aces and Eights members ran in when he had Doc in the ankle lock.
And then we have Samoa Joe, Wes Briscoe, and Garrett Bischoff coming out.
Yeah, Samoa Joe.
See that.
Samoa Joe actually finally hits the ring to save somebody from Aces and Eights. Surprising.
Yay.
Too bad he couldn't do that for Magnus or anyone else.
Well, I mean, to be fair, him and Magnus were feuding.
Yeah, but seriously, that was his opponent.
Right.
Angle challenges Aces and Eights to a match against them. So yeah, we have Angle, Samoa Joe, Briscoe, and Garrett Bischoff versus 4 members of Aces and Eights, which is Doc, Devon, and 2 masked men.
That's Mike Knox and a 4th guy.
In the back, Hogan is talking to someone on the phone, and of course it's Joseph Parks, and he tells them that to go to OVW if he wants a shot at getting into TNA as a wrestler. Bully Ray then walks into Hogan's office.
Oh, goodness.
And says that last week he asked Hogan for a match with Aries, and Hogan said no. Ray says that today he's telling Hogan he wants a match with Aries. Hogan laughs at him.
Hogan still says no.
And Ray says he's going to give it to him. Hogan says the wrestling universe doesn't revolve around Ray and Aries, and once again the answer is no.
Hey,
Ray mockingly laughs and says that he bets by the end of the night the answer will be yes.
Hey,
and he's going to make sure he gets what he wants, and he's taking over Hogan's freaking show.
Hey, Hulk, by the way, the wrestling universe doesn't revolve around you either.
Yeah, Hogan then says someone needs to get Ray a Midol.
Yay, a menstruation joke.
Yeah.
Anyway.
James Storm talks to Jeff Hardy backstage and says he's got Jeff's back tonight, and Bobby Roode will do anything to win a match. He says he proved last week and knew exactly what buttons to push to get Storm to accept the match with him, because Storm is an idiot. And Storm says he'll do whatever it takes to win that belt. Roode. Jeff Hardy's stupid-ass inner monologue plays again, with Hardy saying he doesn't know if Storm is a cowboy or an outlaw, and it's the creatures and he against the world.
A New Age outlaw.
God, was that stupid! Why is
this what happens when you do drugs before the show?
Yes. Are we supposed to be... Are we really supposed to believe that Jeff Hardy is off the drugs? Really? These inner monologues.
He's hearing voices in his head.
Then we have an unannounced triple threat match for the number 1 contenders for the X Division title at what's Final Resolution? Yeah, it's Kenny King,
Zima Ion,
Cash, and Zima Ion, and King wins.
I saw this match. This looked pretty good.
Yeah, it was good. Too bad too bad no one gave a crap about it because TNA didn't.
They didn't announce. They should have announced it.
Yeah.
They said, oh, by the way, these 3 guys are fighting.
Yeah, oh, by the way, in the back, Buddy Ray talks to someone on the phone about Hogan and says he's about to go to the ring and take the show over.
Oh,
then
boy.
we get the 1-3-13 promo again. Then a video package recapping this whole situation. And Buddy Ray's in the ring with a chair and says he would take over the show and he ain't going anywhere until he gets his match with Aries. And he wants to fight Aries, and Aries wants to fight him, and most of all the fans want to see them fight each other. Aries says he's sitting down in the chair and he isn't going anywhere. Yeah. Aries walks out with a chair of his own and asks if he's supposed to believe this.
Let's have a sit-down fist fight.
If he looks like a sucker and says that if his memory serves him correctly, last time they fought, he dropped Ray on his fat head and made him submit.
Well, it doesn't because he actually beat you the last time you fought for Bound for Glory.
Yeah, true. Yeah, but they skip that pay-per-view. They skip that and focus on the pay-per-view.
Right.
Ray says he wants to fight Aries so freaking bad, he dares him to get into the ring right now.
And of course, Aries isn't going to do that. He's not stupid.
Aries says he does what he wants, and what he wants to do is sit right there at a comfortable distance and continue to berate him.
Yeah.
Hogan's finally plays. And, yep, Hogan says he's going to fix all the business right now. He says that for 30 years, he's been nothing but business in that ring. Bullshit.
Bullshit. Yeah, Hulk. Including the finger poke of doom. But
last
anyway.
time, he's not making Aries Ray match because he's not going to let them push him around. Why?
Hulk,
Because
if you don't make the match, Hogan, if you don't make the match, neither one of them have a spot on the pay-per-view. You gotta give them something to do.
Yeah, by the way, Hogan, that's what you've been doing, because he's not going to let anyone push him around. He does the pushing, of course.
Brother,
yeah. Reminds him that he is the GM and tells Ray to either get out of the ring or he's going to fire him or kick his ass right now. Ray then gets into Hogan's face and Aries starts a fight chant with the crowd. Fight, 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 fight.
I don't want to see Hogan wrestle.
No, he wants... I'd rather see Bully Ray kick his ass. Hogan has that coming. Seriously. By the way, Brooke comes out and gets between them.
And calls Bully Ray Mark.
Yeah, Mark is right, and Hogan is making things too personal. And,
hey, Brooke. Way to expose the business there, hon.
Yeah, by the way, she let that slip down, and Hogan's not happy that he knows his first name.
Shoot.
Yeah, shoot! Hogan looks at Aries and asks if this is what he really wants, and says, everybody wants this damn match, then they've got it. Hogan looks at Brooke and says, they've all made this thing personal. Then we have our main event.
Anyway, yes.
James Storm, Jeff Hardy, and AJ Styles versus Bobby Roode and Bad Influence, who is Daniels and Kazarian. And yes, Bad Influence are still wearing the Zubaz pants.
I'm sure this is probably a good match.
Yeah, I'm sure it was. Actually, I think it was, yeah. Hardy, AJ, and Storm win via pinfall by a twist of fate. AJ's still like, I didn't do anything.
And it sounds like Eugene for some reason.
Yeah. AJ and Storm continue to argue after the match. Ace and Nates hits the ring and attack Hardy. They beat Hardy down, then Storm runs back out with a chair and chases him down. Roode looks on and smiles because it's obvious that it was Roode who paid them off.
But as we'll find out later,
give him the thumbs up. And
as we'll find out a little later.
Yep. Now we got to go to the pay-per-view.
Which starts off with James.
Resolution. Oh, by the way, everyone from the chat's gone.
Oh, well.
Anyway.
Well,
fuck. Anyways, final
we start
resolution
off
pay-per-view
with James Storm versus Kazarian, which why wouldn't they? This match wasn't announced.
Actually, there was some video packaging and stuff. Storm hits the ring, grabs a microphone, and says he isn't scheduled to be here tonight, but that doesn't stop the Cowboy from coming out to have a little fun. And last Thursday, a little incident took place with Aces Nates, and he promised to watch the back of Jeff Hardy, and that is what he did. Storm said he noticed Bobby Roode giving a thumbs up to Aces Nates, and he thinks Roode should have that thumb shoved up his butt. And an up his butt chant starts up.
Oh, good God. Good God.
Storm calls out Roode, but Kazarian comes out instead. He says outside of Styles, Storm is the biggest man baby of anyone in TNA. All Storm does is complain and Kaz calls him a drunk. Storm smiles. Kaz says it is time Storm stops being the Toby Keith routine and leave TNA. And Storm mocks Kazarian, says he had all day to think of a better promo. He proposes a match with Kazarian right now.
Right now.
And if that's okay with your boyfriend first.
Oh, goodness.
Kaz then says that we don't have a referee at ringside, and Storm says he doesn't need one. Kaz goes to bail when a referee shows up.
And that referee is probably Earl Hebner.
I don't know, they don't say it's Earl, but then there's a match.
And this
we get an impromptu match.
This sounds like it's probably a pretty good match, too.
Too bad it wasn't given time.
It
was a short match. James Storm wins with the last call.
Get guys on the show. Next.
Then we go to Todd Kennelly, Mike Tenay, and Taz. And yes, And I will mention that in this show, Taz was pretty terrible that night.
Mm-hmm.
Taz was freaking terrible. More than usual. And anyways, they discussed the main event. And then we have the X Division title match.
Rob Van Dam versus Kenny King.
Yeah.
This also sounds like it was pretty good.
Kenny King, yeah, unfortunately, here's the problem. It wasn't that, it was short, and RVD wins with a roll-up.
Yeah, but we'll get into the fact that they had a rematch later, and they seem to be building up something between those two.
Non-title rematch. And
we'll get into that.
Backstage, Stormy Borash is with Daniels. Daniels talks about all his history with AJ and TNA, and says that tonight, they make history once again, and history will read that Christopher Daniels was the better man.
And it's a match next? No, it's not, I don't think.
No, tag title match was next.
And Hernandez and Chavo win.
Yeah. With the Frost. Although I won by DQ because Morgan threw the ref out.
Oh boy, we're gonna get a rematch between those two teams at Genocide.
No, I don't really think so. Chavo Guerrero and Hernandez win by DQ. After the match, Chavo Guerrero jumps and Matt Morgan catches him, and Morgan sends Chavo spine first into the ring post. Hernandez then hits the ring and leaps over and takes out Morgan.
The feud continues.
Yep. Then we had Jeremy Borash with Austin Aries. Aries asks Bully Ray, what you gonna do when Austin Mania runs wild on you?
Oh boy.
Then we had Bully Ray versus Austin Aries. This was a good match until the clutch finish. Seriously, Ray is about to connect with the Bully Cutter. Ray hooks the leg, and Aries puts his foot on the bottom rope to break the pinfall. Actually, he hits the Bully. They brawl outside, and Aries toe holds Ray into the steel steps. Ray is busted open. Aries is doing the right hands to the bloody Ray. Aries gets on the top turnbuckle, and Brooke Hogan runs down because she wants to check on Bully, or Buddy Ray. Aries grabs Brooke and drags her in the ring.
Yay, man on woman violence.
Backing into a corner, as Aries is yelling at her, Ray grabs Aries and tosses him outside. Hulk Hogan makes his way to the ring, and Ray tells Brooke that she needs to leave. While all this is going on, and the referee is distracted, Aries hits Ray with a low blow and rolls him up to get the pinfall.
Yay. What a finish that is.
Yep. We see footage from Impact Wrestling on Thursday of Velvet Sky making a return.
But she's not on this show.
And Borash is with the Knockout champion Tara and Jesse Goddard, but Goddard is too busy at tweets already congratulating Tara. Actually,
putting the cart before the horse.
He's already congratulating Tara.
Oh, which is better than what he probably does, which is stand in the mirror looking at himself. But anyway.
Tara versus Mickie James. Another really short match.
Seems to be a theme.
Goddard distracts Mickie James, and Tara takes advantage of this and hits the Widow's Peak and gets the 1-2-3. After the match, Tara jumps into the arms of Jesse Goddard to celebrate.
One of these times I want to see him drop her.
Well, he'd have to be clutch, which he probably is.
Just whoops, I forgot you were jumping in.
Sorry. I'm a clutch.
I
got nothing up here in my head.
Excuse me, can we shoot that again?
Oh wait, this is live. Oh.
Shit. Botchamania.
Yeah. We then have Jeremy Borash with Bobby Roode. Borash asks about Roode's relationship with the Aces and Eights. Roode says he is a businessman, and his business tonight involves the TNA Championship. And he adds, my investment pays off. Hardy, remember this? Money talks, bullshit walks.
Ooh, haven't heard that before.
Yeah, we just heard that. On Impact.
Yeah.
Then we had the 8-man tag match, and I actually thought they were actually going to pull the heel turn, but no!
Oh no, they're going to build that.
No! Nobody freaking gets Nobody gets unmasked. Nothing gets revealed. Kurt Angle wins.
They're not going to do that until the pay-per-view before lockdown, I have a feeling.
There is no pay-per-view before... Oh, yeah, there is one.
There's two, because you got Final Resolution in January.
Actually, one's been taken away.
Is that Genocide? Or Genesis?
No, Genesis is there. Against All Odds is there. I think the one before that, which is, I believe, Victory Road, is gone.
No, lockdown is March 10th.
Oh, then Against All Odds is gone.
Yeah. No, Against All Odds is February.
No, they got rid of it. They got rid of one of the pay-per-views. Yeah, they're getting rid of two pay-per-views, the one before Lockdown and the one before Bound for Glory.
Oh, the one before Bound for Glory really doesn't matter as much.
Yep.
You just did a series for 3 months on TV.
Yep. It's AJ Styles versus Daniels, and boy, was this a good match.
Oh, I'd imagine so.
Really, these two have a good match all the time. They almost can fart out a good match. By the way, AJ hits the Styles Clash.
Daniels kicks out.
AJ tries the Styles Clash on the top rope. Daniels holds the ropes, so Styles falls on his ass.
Although they said he hit his head.
Yeah. And then...
he hit his head on his ass somehow.
No, sorry, he hit his head. My bad.
Yeah. Yep.
He went face first into the ring. Yeah. My bad. And then Daniels decides to drop him with the Styles Clash, and Daniels wins.
Ooh, somebody using AJ Styles' own move against him. Haven't seen that since Jimmy Rave.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Actually, that was a long time ago. Or maybe that was a few years ago. I don't remember.
2005.
Then that was a damn long time ago. That was when TNA was actually good.
That would have been in Ring of Honor, though.
Oh, yeah. Anyways.
The Rave Clash.
We see a lot of Daniel celebrating in the back. As
Appletinis for everyone.
Yes! Yes! I want Appletinis for everyone in the arena. Appletinis! Appletinis!
Anyway.
We have our main event, which is Jeff Hardy versus Bobby Roode.
And we have what seems to be another cluster.
Yep. Roode has Hardy down. He goes looking for Aces and Eights' help. Aces and Eights ain't moving. But Rude's wondering what the fucking deal is. When he turns around, Jeff Hardy hits him with the Twist of Fate and gets a 1-2-3. After the match, Aces and Eights hit the ring and attack Hardy. Little bit late, guys.
Good
Anyways,
work, but they also
the Massive members they attack Rude when Rude's wondering what the fuck.
I paid you guys. You didn't do your job. What's wrong?
Yeah, well, and that's the end of Final Resolution, and we go to now.
Ironically, there's no resolution until tonight.
Yes, no resolution! On a pay-per-view called Final Resolution! False advertising for the win!
Well, we had resolution of Daniels and AJ, but, Anyway.
Yeah, until they have their next match.
Give them
TNA cannot stop putting those two together.
Give them another year or two, year and a half. They seem to be turning AJ heel, as we'll get into in a minute.
Yeah. Anyways, Bobby Roode comes out of the rings and talks about how he made a business arrangement with Aces and Eights, and they didn't fulfill their end of the bargain. And he wants answers.
I want answers.
What he should be asking is, where the fuck is my money, boys?
And he just calls them all, and there's like 10 of them that come out at one time.
Devon says, there was a better deal that came into play for them, and if I was Rude, I'd be like, good, then where's my fucking money? You can give me back my money.
They spent it on booze and strippers.
Yep, apparently so.
A busy night at the clubhouse.
Yeah, of course. Rude wants to know who it is, but Devon says they don't say who it is. But they'll say it later.
Until about a half hour later, yeah.
Yeah, anyway. Hardy and James Storm come out and take Aces and Eight out as Bobby Roode goes to the back sulking. And by the way, there's going to be that match between them tonight.
Yep.
Between Aces and Eights and Hardy and Storm. Yep. Then we had footage of Mickie James crying after Final Resolution. She
This
let
is
herself
bullshit.
down, her fans down, and this was not how she wanted to end 2012. She's the best in the world, yet she still let Tara and Jesse pull what they did, and that's bullshit.
Shut up, Mickey.
Yeah. We had Velvet Sky's first match since being back, and Madison Rain's first match in like a while.
It's a dual return. Somebody's got a job.
I think we all need to talk about this. Velvet Sky's outfit.
The hell was that?
It was a bodysuit with a pirate, what looked like a pirate logo on the front of it. It was horrible.
Let the pigeons loose.
I couldn't focus on this match because of how horrible that outfit was. I kept thinking she's a pirate hooker now.
Instead of a regular hooker.
Yeah. Dear God. Anyways, Velvet
She's a
Sky
buxom wench.
with her in your face move.
Oh yes, the V factor.
Yeah. In the
Next.
back, Kurt Angle talks to Wes Briscoe and Garrett Bischoff and says they have a tag match tonight. But they're not going to...
And gives them 5-hour energy.
Yep, gives them 5-hour energy. Product placement!
It's not gonna, this match is not going to take 5 hours.
Yep.
Because you're facing Robbie E and Robbie T.
And you might be asleep during the match with those two.
This match was boring.
No, actually, next is Bad Influence walking backstage, and Hervey asks them if they had anything to do with the Bobby Roode payoff, with Bobby Roode getting outbid.
No, but you should ask AJ Styles. Maybe he did.
Yeah, ask AJ Styles. He said Bobby Roode is their friend, and they know how to treat their friends. Besides, the whole focus was on AJ last Sunday, and he didn't need any help to do that. Kez says he should ask AJ Styles about the payoff, because if there's anyone in this company that has nothing to lose, it's him. Because he's at the end of this rope, and Styles says that if he wants anything, he definitely has to pay for it. By the way, there's a comment with Joe, and talks after the match saying, cowards come together in unison and work towards a common cowardly goal that they cannot accomplish themselves. Cowards hide their identity from their world because they are not men enough to face up their problems. Then Wes Briscoe says he will bleed and do whatever it takes to stay on the TNA roster.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And yeah, Joe then says that they claim the Aces and Eights is the dead man's hand.
Mm-hmm.
Next we had Wes Briscoe and Garrett Bischoff with Kurt Angle and trucker music.
Yes.
I seriously thought that was trucker music. I was like, Trucker 5, that's the convoy.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, versus the Shore. And
still hanging around. Has Robbie E figured out the eye?
Wes Briscoe wins with a crossbody on
Robbie T.
Seriously. Really?
4 out of 10 on that one.
Yeah, you couldn't kick out of a freaking crossbody, Terry. Look at you.
He's not Ricky Steamboat. Come on now.
Yeah, come on. And look at your upper body. You probably could have caught him and not fallen on your ass.
He's a jolly green giant.
Yep. Anyways, Aces and Eights member runs down ringside and nails Kurt Angle in the leg with a pipe. And they check on Kurt Angle in the back.
And then they show the footage again when they come back from commercial.
Yeah. And they said there's no ligament damage. Then we see Joseph Park training at OVW.
By the way, it'll be Devon and Kurt Angle next week on Championship Thursday.
Yeah. And
they did announce that.
Joseph Park is getting run around. He's like trying to get out of they don't even let Park get into some workout gear. And he's like, dude, I've trained people in suits before. That's Danny Davis, who's freaking awesome in this. He's like, get up, do some push-ups. Danny Davis was crazy on him. It was awesome.
Yep.
See Joseph Park, and then he throws up in the trash bag can.
He's gonna puke.
Yep. Tara and Jesse come into Brooks' office, and they have some suggestion of who Brooks gonna pick her opponent for next week. That's for Brooke. But Brooke says Tara's going to find out who she's facing next week like everyone else. Then we have another backstage segment with Kenny King talking about how Final Resolution with RVD was a dream match. And it was one he wanted his whole career, but he came up short. And he's always been somebody who learns more from his losses than his wins. And says tonight, it may not be about the belt, but it's about what he took out of the title match. And RVD may still be the champion after tonight, but he's going to knock him square on his ass. Then we have James Storm versus Jeff Hardy versus Aces and Eights, which is Doc and a mask guy.
Yeah. This is okay.
Yeah, it was a little long.
It was about 10 minutes, including with a commercial.
Yeah. Hardy hits the twist of fate on the masked dude. 1, 2, 3. Don't even bother to remove the damn mask, do you?
Why are they making Aces and Eights kind of look like jobbers other than Devon?
I know. Anyways, all the Aces and Eights swarm the ring and the faces retreat. Devon comes into the ring and says the club doesn't fight other people's business and says the guy that paid them off is Austin Aries.
Austin Aries.
Then in the back...
Why does that make any sense?
Oozing his mind... Oh, he'll explain later losing his mind about what he just heard, and Bobby Roode as well. Roode hilariously asks, who the hell does that? After doing the same thing himself a week ago.
Oh, goodness, Bobby Roode. Good work, guy.
Hogan says he's just as bad as Aries, but Roode says this is worse because he ruined the main event of the pay-per-view.
Yeah, you've never done that.
Yeah. Aries calls Hogan on the phone.
Dixie Carter out of crowd.
Yep. Aries calls Hogan on his phone, and Hogan wants him to tell the world what the hell is going on by the end of tonight. Roode and Hogan then argue about Aries before Hogan walks away.
Mm-hmm.
AJ Styles comes out, says he demanded this time to address the fans. He doesn't have to tell everyone.
And please don't go.
Yep,
for some reason. Despite the fact that he's not leaving.
Yeah, he's not. He
still
doesn't have to tell everyone where he's been, how long he's been there, and what he's going, and where he's going as a you still got it, still roughs, and AJ looks genuinely disgusted by it. He then says, don't worry, I'm not going anywhere, sarcastically. And then says the truth is, he doesn't know where he's going, and he has no idea what the next step is. He spent so much time trying to be a corporate guy and take care of everyone else that he's forgotten to take care of himself. He says that the reason he's out there is to say that this has nothing to do with the fans, the Impact Zone, Dixie Carter, or TNA, and then takes off his TNA shirt and hat and throws them out as the crowd cheers.
This kind of reminded me of when Sting walked out on WCW years ago.
He says this has everything to do with AJ Styles, and he's so sick and tired of being the corporate janitor and cleaning up every TNA mess. He's tired of always doing the right thing, and from now on he's doing his own thing. He then drops the mic and leaves as the
throws his shirt at Dixie Carter.
Zone geniuses chant his name, and obviously don't realize that he's turning heel.
Yeah, he just cut a heel promo, guys. Good work.
Yeah, good one. Dixie Carter approaches him on the back and asks him who he is and what's going on with him, and AJ just tosses the TNA shirt at her and walks away.
And then we have Daniels and Kazarian backstage.
They're like, oh my god, he's actually leaving! And Daniels is happy as hell they just sent AJ packing. Kaz says he has something special for Daniels later.
Oh god.
By the way, this never got revealed tonight.
It'll get revealed next week.
Yeah, probably. Anyways, we had a non-title match between Rob Van Dam and Kenny King.
This is pretty good.
This was actually a better match than their pay-per-view. And Kenny King actually wins with his feet on the ropes, even though the referee should have felt his freaking leg on him.
Who was the referee?
The referee was right there when Kenny King was trying to adjust his legs to the ropes.
Oh, nothing suspicious going on here.
Yeah. I feel a man's legs on me. What the hell? Yeah, seriously. Ref?
Good job, referee.
Something's wrong with you.
Next up, we have is this where we had the Hogan Bully Ray segment? next here.
Yeah, we had the Hogan Bully Ray segment next.
This was actually really good.
Yeah. Thanks to Ray giving Hogan shit and telling him he doesn't care anymore. He doesn't care about Hogan's. Actually, here's what he said. He knows he's had a change of heart about Ray. He wants to know if he's had a change of heart about Ray after Final Resolution.
Nope.
Hogan said it's obvious that Ray doesn't know what problems he's caused. Ray's
What
personal
problems has he
gifts have
caused?
turned to his business because his daughter wouldn't have been in harm's way if it hadn't been for Ray sneaking around behind his back.
Really?
Yeah. He hasn't
Don't
changed
bring your
his
daughter
mind
into the
one
business.
bit about Ray or the situation. And yeah, calls him Mark too. Ray gets pissed
Stop
at
doing
Hogan
that.
and says maybe it's Brooke that has been chasing him around. But Hogan says it was obviously her, sarcastically, that threw him down on the couch when Tara and Jesse walked in. Hogan says nobody oh, by the way, Ray then says nobody threw anyone down and says she was sitting beside him apologizing for Hulk treating Ray like shit.
Bullshit.
Hogan says if that's the truth...
We saw her fix her friggin' blouse.
Yeah. Ray says if that's the truth, then there's no reason for Ray to ever see her again for anything. And Ray says he came down to go after Aries to shut him up about Hogan's daughter out of respect, and then pulls out his towel from Final Resolution with the blood on it and screams that he bled to earn Hogan's freaking respect and throws the towel at him. He actually screams all this. And Ray then says, Hogan, what the hell is it gonna take? And says what Brooke does is her own business because she's a grown woman and he needs to get over it.
Yep.
I couldn't agree with you more, Ray.
By the way, it's good to see that both Brooke, it's good to see Brooke gets the same lying thing that her dad used to always do. I know.
Yeah. By the way, Jesse faces Bully Ray.
Ugh.
This is an ass kicking.
This is your main event, folks. Of the wrestling portion of it, at least.
Your main event wrestling portion of the match. Ray got a cut on his up his eye, but he beats the crap out of Jesse and
as he should. But anyway,
wins with the bully cutter, or as I call him, the buddy cutter, because he's Buddy Ray. Buddy Ray.
Buddy Ray.
Yep.
And we have our final segment of the show.
Austin Aries coming down to the ring and says he can't say that he's surprised that the beans have been spilled, or as he calls it, the kitten's been out of the bag. He admits that he paid aces and eights off, and he knows Rude is upset about it. But as a man that's willing to do anything to get the world title, and a man that said money talks, that he should understand when Aries says his money sings.
It says all the months that he fought, he was side by side with Hogan, he was never paid.
Yep, he says it's saying loud and clear to aces and eights, and he says it isn't surprising they ousted him because there isn't any honor amongst thieves, but really doesn't care because he paid them to do the job and they did it. He then says that Devon claims not to fight other people's battles, but when they do, they at least get paid for it. Aries then goes on 6 months ago, Hogan had Aries fighting his battles against aces and eights for him as the world champion. Hogan put him in front of the line to fight them, and he didn't get paid for fighting any of those battles. After he did Hogan's dirty work, he tossed Aries aside to jump onto the Hardy bandwagon. And he doesn't forget something like that. He says that's why he's been pushing buttons and doing what he's been doing, and he won't stop until he gets back his world title. By the way, he said, no offense to you, aces and eights, I was doing my job.
Mm-hmm.
He said nothing personal.
Right.
Jeff Hardy comes out and says this is about him and what he has. He says that Aries wants the title so bad, he went out and paid a motorcycle gang to attack him, and how pathetic that is. All Aries had to do was step up and ask like a man for a title shot. Actually, didn't you say in one of those monologues that your fight with Aries was done?
Yes, he did.
Your words, Jeff. Your words. If he would have asked, you would have said no. You know that, Hardy. Hardy says all he does is show up next week, and he suggests Hardy Aries 3 for the belt. And Aries says he's sure that's what the fans want to see, but he doesn't do what the fans want or what Jeff wants. He does what he wants when he wants. Hardy says there's a difference between he and Aries, and then hits Aries. So the difference between him and you is that you cheap shot him.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
They also challenged Aries to a match on Championship Thursday.
Yeah. By the way, Hardy goes to the Swanton. Aries rolls out of the ring. That's about the end of the show.
Mm-hmm.
This wasn't really a good show, was it?
Nope.
There were a few good moments. Bully Ray talking down to fucking Hogan. Kenny King versus RVD was a better match than the pay-per-view, which is kind of weird.
Mm-hmm. But other than that,
let's see. Also, AJ Styles' promo was pretty good, even though Impact fans are a bunch of idiots. And Austin Aries'
he's turning heel. Let's cheer him.
Yeah. You dopes.
Yep.
By the way, I really need to mention that I forgot to mention this at the pay-per-view show. The outfit Mickie James had on the pay-per-view looked like a farmer's outfit.
I think she's worn that before.
With suspenders. No skirt, pants, suspenders, and a yellow shirt.
Good Lord.
Old Mickie James had a farm. E-I-E-I-O.
On the farm she had some beef. E-I-E-I-O.
I know, that's what I was thinking. I'm like, Jesus. Yeah, better outfits next time, Mickey, please. Yeah. Also, we got to learn that there's going to be a Championship Thursday. There's going to be 4 knockouts getting chosen. One of them getting chosen to face Tara for the Knockouts title. It's Velvet Sky, Mickie James, Miss Tessmacher, or Gail Kim, and ODB.
ODB.
Oh, it's ODB?
Yeah, it's ODB.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know. Oh, well.
I think Gail Kim might have been in there, too. I think there might have been 5 that were being...
I don't remember.
Which wouldn't make sense, but you know.
I know. I don't know.
But either way, by process of elimination, it'll probably be... I don't think they'll do Velvet right yet. I think that might be pay-per-view or safe or something else.
Yeah, I think it's Mickey.
So, yeah, it'll be Mickey rematch.
Yep.
And then we have also Devon and Egg.
Oh, by the way, we should mention this. Jeff Hardy released a CD of his music.
Oh, God. Is it going to be any worse than the Jillian Hall CD?
I don't know, but it has 2 cuts of his current TNA theme, Similar Creatures.
Just in case you didn't think it was crap before.
Yep, there's an original cut and the current version. And by the way, he has Modest, which is he remixed. Another Me, his heel theme. Resurrected, the One More Shot thing, and some other crap. And by the way, you can visit ImpactWrestling.com to get that CD.
Please don't.
Oh, yeah, that's a ShopTNA.com thing.
Please don't.
Yeah.
Unless you want to destroy your eardrums.
Yes.
Anyway.
Oh, by God. Anyways, do you have anything to plug?
Not this week.
I think I might. I think tomorrow or this Saturday. Or next Saturday, I'm gonna post my induction of a movie called Decoys. It was a sci-fi original.
Oh, okay. I have heard of that.
Yeah, it's a sci-fi original that was made in Canada, and you can tell because it's all filmed in Canada.
Oh, Canada.
Yep. Yeah, Jeff Hardy's got a music CD. Let's end our show with that horrifying image.
Yep, we will see you next week, everybody.
See ya.
Bye.